Welcome back to an episode of Mugen Friend's Choice number 3. Here are your standings. Place your best, compares, all the fun jazz. I apologize if I'm not too energetic. To put it simply, as a human, I make mistakes, and I made a colossal one. Not going too much into details, but needless to say, this episode will not feature wheel spins. This is basically kind of re-recording, hoping everything goes the same way. I fucked up with OBS, and therefore I have to basically just do the entire part all over again. So this is going to be a little odd, I'll admit, because it's not like I said, there's no wheel spins. This is technically a re-recording, but also not, because we have to watch all the fights all over again. So from the first, I could explain, and I probably will. I just want to get this started. The first wheel spins had Maverick, Hunter Zero, and Remy. We were at Shanghai. I guess the TLDR version is I messed with OBS and the video's audio double stacked, and it's made for a awful circumstance, to the point I can't salvage it. I have to redo this whole thing. The long version is I originally installed a plugin which was beta, or in beta, that can record an application's audio separately. Of course, at the time, I didn't update OBS for a very long time, and just remember to update, everybody. Just do it. I know it's annoying, because I can talk about PlayStation 3's the RHPCS, whatever the hell it's called. I think freaking updates every day, and that's annoying. But it's also why my the cutscenes in Slide 2 are not stuttering as much. Or maybe the audio part, anyway. So now that I updated OBS, I actually had the actual option to have the application's audio recorded separately, which is great. But I forgot to turn my desktop audio off, and therefore the desktop audio recorded on the new application that is the Mugen audio. And what really hurt the most is I had someone with me to record, and it just... everything just went completely wrong. I should have double checked, but if not triple checked. So yeah, like I said, I've already technically spun the wheel. I know I don't have proof of this, but I'm hoping that you guys will just believe in me, that I'm beating myself up to the point I'm basically having to do this all over again. I thought about maybe like just commentating over it, but that didn't feel right. I tried respinning for different matches. That didn't feel right. And I'm the kind of person where if I'm not happy with something, it will never see the light of day. Several playthroughs that I've started, I actually got rid of. For instance, I tried Cuphead, I tried the Shovel Knight Plague of Shadows DLC, I've tried Retro Rampage DX, and probably several others. And they just never... no, I just stopped. I realized I wasn't having fun. So I apologize for talking about my personal issues during that fight, but I knew how that was going to go. Remy advances, and Maverick Hunter Zero does not. Next fight technically would be, or is, Chill Penguin versus Lamy. Again, you guys have no proof, or, I mean, I can at least show you the wheel spins from the original recording, and you guys can just go off that. I know that really ain't saying much, But understand, I would never do anything to potentially deceive you guys. That's not what I do. That's not what this is about. I do this for fun, but I do take a sense of seriousness with it. Because this is my pet project, and I want to be proud of it. But anyway, sorry to bum you out. It's just, man, this whole tournament has just been nothing but issues, whether it's just game or me, you know? Or not game, just recording wise, or me being a dumb human, I guess. So, yeah, this was a huge bummer. When I went to go to edit it, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, my heart kind of sunk, like, into my foot. Yeah, Lamy is got some form of infinite, and it's dangerous, dude. I don't know if it is in relation to its gauge, secondary gauge. But I will always say whatever went different, if anything does go or change this time around. But as of right now, things are remaining pretty much the same. Lamy kicking the shit out of Chill Penguin. Chill at least having some capability of coming back, but getting snuffed out because Lamy's not having it. What do you expect from the infinite meter losers? Underdog here. And you know, actually, I was going to say something, but I'll say it in a minute. Chill Penguin, you have been eliminated. We move on to the third match, which is technically 0 CVS, Capcom versus SNK, versus Jubei. Yeah, that's not going to go very well. We all know how aggressive Jubei is. The only downside, not only is there like no good versions of him, except the one I have, but he doesn't use meter. I don't think it's programmed yet. But yeah, the whole point of me fucking around with OBS is to... Always I've noticed when I record anything and Discord is involved, my game's audio is somewhat lower. That would be a what just happened there with Jubei sinking to the ground. That would be a space mission cancel, but he got out of it. He wasn't floating, he was just like still there. So I will allow it. Yeah, so I noticed my audio is a lot lower. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, Jubei, you're being a bit too, you're kind of pushing it a little bit. Jesus. It's like he's fly hacking, like no clipping everywhere. Okay. Hopefully things will be a bit different here. So I had to figure out a way to prevent this weird audio decrease. And it really wasn't. At least because I didn't have OBS updated. Except, you know, I looked around, it's like, oh yeah, you do this, but when I update, it's like, oh yeah, here you go. So I'm hoping now to separate applications, I can manually set the volume of whatever I want, like being Mugen or Resident Evil and Discord and whatever I do, which is great. It just sucks that this happened. I mean, you guys won't be hearing the wheel clicky, unfortunately, when I have that when I have someone with me and all that fun jazz. So, Zero from Capcom vs. SNK, you have been eliminated. Move on to match number 4. Just activate Red Ranger versus Shuma Gorath. So far, everything has basically been following exactly as it did before. Let's see, as of the other matches, yeah, well, I feel like the last match and the one after this may have some form of change, but we'll see. Doing the suck. Yeah, at one point during the what was it? During the match, or during this whole original recording, apparently I accidentally, the wheel chose 2 of the same characters on the same team, or 2 characters on the same team, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We were like halfway into the match. I'm like, oh yeah, we should no, delete. It just feels weird that I'm not spinning the wheel, but like I said before, I can at least show that much to show that I'm not lying. I mean, let's see. Then we did. Okay. Trying to also do the same stages we did last time as well, because I have a certain order with how I want to do these. It's all in my mind. Yeah, I've also been contemplating how I want to do the next half of the tournament. So I've definitely got some ideas, but I'm obviously going to keep them a little bit secret for now. Regardless, Shuma Gorath has been eliminated. We move on to... This next one's going to be really interesting because it's Jeddah versus Hyde. Kiddo.
Standing
Now, one thing I really don't understand with the Darkstalkers is, at least specifically, it only happens with the two that I have being Jeddah and Sasquatch. Apparently we get the Darkstalkers life bar situation, which I guess isn't really all that bad, but it's just odd why it occurs. And also, the match doesn't really just like, or the rounds are a little bit, work a bit different here. Seeing as how when their life bar is like depleted, it just doesn't stop. Like, you just keep going. It's all seamless, basically. That's the word. That's why there's no timer. So this can go on for a while, actually. Now, this is once again Team Cal versus Team Wes. Well, I think it's really like the other way around. No, that doesn't really matter now. Because Chill Penguin, being on Team Cal, got eliminated by Team Wes's Lami. But here we have Team Wes's Jeddah versus Team Cal's Hyde. Alright, so Hyde went down. Man, your wall's not your friend. You gotta start getting aggressive here. Yeah, use that meter, Hyde. Like, you've got it. You've got some. It's not even chipping. Oh, wow. He's that caught up, but Jeddah can still recover all of that. Yeah, looks like he's about to. And the thing is, there's no timeout or mercy because of Jeddah's life bar situation. I'll tell you this much, this has gone on a lot longer than last time. Oof. And because of this, now Hyde actually won originally. So I'm curious if it'll actually be the other way around, if Jeddah actually takes it. Yeah, so not only am I kind of bummed today, I've been up since before 2 in the morning. Let's just say, when you have over a week's worth of humidity, and because Spectrum can't keep their... Well, Spectrum's a bunch of incompetent morons. Our internet was out for pretty much the entire day. And I live by the internet, unfortunately. It's not healthy, I know. So, just not having it accessible is just Not great. Especially $80 a month. And Jetta's really trying to catch up. Oh, he might. Wow, that was so close. We have... Okay, so this is a different outcome. Believe it or not.
Stand in my way, then I'll put you down. Are you ready? Fight!
So it's 1-to-1. Completely different outcome. And as I was... Oh my god. So part of me was at one point trying to say, if I'm going to say this, Hyde was the original winner. I know, spoiler alert. But if Jetta ends up becoming the winner, I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. I'm only using the wheel on the original recording. That's it. I mean, I'm going through all these matches again, so I have some actual video evidence of like these matches and stuff, and just, oh man, this tournament's just giving me kind of a headache. I've got so many other ideas too. It kind of bums me out because this was a tournament. The original idea I had to put on reserve because it just wasn't going to work with the amount of people I had. So I'm going with Friend's Choice just so I can get this off my back burner. Alright, this is it. Final set of life bars. One's walking away and one's not. Oh. Just quite a bit. Wow, Jetta caught up very quickly. Hyde cannot take any more damage. He's got to catch up. Why didn't you lead up into a combo? I'm telling you, Hyde is a character, like I said before, he has potential, but he really doesn't use it. He just keeps getting grabbed. There goes your safety net. Wow, I'm surprised it went on as long as it did, and despite that, the same turnout occurred, which means Hyde advances and Jetta has been eliminated. Very tight match. Very tight. Alright, we now have Incineroar versus Michelangelo. And honestly, there's no real way to rig the wheel to get it back to the same spins. It's just... nah. As I said before, Michelangelo is actually the weakest turtle in terms of AI. But we'll see how he fares. Well, at least I know what I'm going to be doing all tomorrow morning. This editing is going to take me maybe all day. But I can at least get some of it started after this. Yep, so going exactly according as per original. Pizza time. Doing some grabs, but that ain't gonna amount to much because that happened. This means Michelangelo has been eliminated. And we move forward to Sparkster versus King K. Rool. And this version of K. Rool is non-burst. Because burst is way too overpowered, and I can't allow that. Could, but no. But I have looked everywhere for a different version of Sparkster, especially with this version of him. It's just not, there's no real AI. I think it said yes on it, but no. When I see yes, I'm thinking to myself, does it really? And then there are times where it says no, and it'd be like, it kind of has some, but that can do a lot of damage if you're in the right spot. Man, Sparkster's getting thrashed. Alright, match one goes to King K. Rool. Can Sparkster pull anything off?
Are you ready? Fight!
I'll admit, Sparkster's actually trying. Can't skip that.
And the battle continues!
Ouch. Yep. King K. Rool advances. And the last, poor Sparkster, does not. And we move on to the last match of the day. We have Violent Ken, who I found a better version, versus Venom. Isn't it great when you find different, better versions of the characters you have? I say yes.
Let the fun times begin. Rush! Venom rush!
So, one thing I will say to take away from the last time that these two fought. Yes, Violent Ken does quite a bit of damage. Because, you know, can't really combo that well. But he can get pretty defensive. Yeah, see, like doing right here. One of his saving graces with his super. Yeah, this is basically going pretty much how it went last time.
We're gonna mess you up.
First, he took the first round, and then Venom came back with a full-on vengeance.
Gotcha. Venom rush.
I'll admit, Ken's doing a lot better this time around. Oof.
We'll crush anyone who gets in our way. Are you ready?
Alright, so let's see. Can things get any better from here or no? Interesting stun. Venom has to get those combos in. The only thing Ken has going for him is that high amount of damage with just a single hit. Sacrifice a little bit more meter just for that chip damage.
We're gonna mess you up. Get lost. We'll snatch you. Venom. Push your legs. Get him sacked. Devour and death bite! Devour and beat! Never that! Watch! You think you can beat us? That's funny.
It's now 1-1, so once again, this is another situation where we have to go into a third match. This is not how it went originally.
Let the fun times begin.
Alright, 1-1. Whoever wins this advances.
Stop there! We'll eat you! Get him, bro! Fair! We'll eat you! Eat! Never die! Venom rush! Rush! Devour and beat! Never die! You think you can beat us? That's funny.
I can never skip this. I don't know why.
Rush! Watch your legs! Get him set! Get him rush! Set! Get him set!
Oh, that's a huge whiff.
Where are you going? Just let me get him, bro!
And that settles that.
Smart!
So definitely good that everything went according as it did. Unfortunately, though, Violent Ken has been eliminated. And that concludes this episode. Technically again. Because, you know, I screwed up. No surprise. And when it happens, I get extremely bummed out. So on the next episode, hopefully I record without issues. That would be great. Because every episode has not gone well. It won't matter much for you guys, but for me, I know what's been going on. So there.